Let's talk Tanya for the 16th of Elul of a leap year. Over the last 2 days, we've learned that God has 10 attributes, and we can gain some sort of understanding in these attributes by looking at ourselves and our own attributes because we were created in God's image. Yes, yesterday we also learned, we had a disclaimer, we shouldn't delude ourselves into thinking that we can look at ourselves and have a real understanding of God. God is infinitely, quantitatively and qualitatively greater than us, Him and His attributes, but at the same time, some sort of understanding in God's attributes we can gain through self-analysis. And that's where we're going to start today. And we're going to start with analyzing our emotions. In Kabbalah, it's taught that we have 6 basic emotions: Chesed, Gevura, Tiferes, Netzach, Hod, and Yesod. These emotions lead us to Malchus. Malchus is action. Because action, that's always the bottom line. That's where we're headed to. And when I have feelings for something and towards something, ultimately it's going to lead me to behave accordingly. Within these 6 attributes, these 6 emotions, we have 2 tiers of emotions. The first tier, which constitutes the first 3 emotions, Chesed, Gevura, and Tiferes, kindness, severity, and beauty. Those are the emotional emotions. And then we have a second tier, Netzach, Hod, Yesod, which translates roughly as perseverance, splendor, and foundation. They are the unemotional emotions, which we'll see soon what those mean. The first 3 emotions, you have Chesed, which is kindness. Kindness is about giving unconditionally. It doesn't make a difference whether the beneficiary is deserving. It doesn't make a difference even whether the beneficiary is in need. Kindness is about my need to give, to be a giver. And then there's Gevura, which is severity. From the perspective of the attribute of severity, I don't need to give anything. I'm giving only to someone who is deserving. It is merit-based giving. And then we have between Chesed and Gevura, we have Tiferes, which is beauty, which is a combination of the two. It brings harmony between the two. Because beauty is always the combination of different ingredients, of bringing harmony within different ingredients. And that's why in Kabbalah, the attribute of beauty is known as rachamim. It's also known as compassion. Now you might think compassion and kindness are really the same thing, but they're not. Kindness is, as mentioned, giving unconditionally to anyone, regardless of need, regardless of whether they deserve it or not. Compassion is very much based on need. I have compassion on someone who doesn't have and is in need, and therefore I fill that need. So compassion has elements of chesed because ultimately it is giving, and giving even to someone who isn't worthy of it, but it also has aspects of gevura and its severity in it because ultimately my giving is not unlimited and it's not unconditional. It is dependent upon the circumstances of the recipient. And then we have the second tier of emotions, as mentioned, Netzach, Hod, and Yesod, the unemotional emotions, because these are not about feelings. These are about extending the feelings till they actually reach the point of action. As we all know, sometimes we have feelings and the feelings dissipate and they never make it to action. And why is that? Because even after I have feelings, there are so many different challenges, internal challenges that I face. I need to have the perseverance, the willpower to go through with that which I have the feeling for. I might be plagued by self-doubt. There might be people outside who are doubting what I am doing. There's so many different hurdles to cross until I get to Malchus, until I get to action. Netzach, Hod, and Yesod are taking the feelings and making sure the feelings make it all the way until I get to action. Now, all of this, both tiers of emotions, all of this is based on Chabad, is based on intellect and understanding, as we will see, God willing, in tomorrow's Let's Talk Tanya.